Welcome back to the Gobby Gaffer, and it's part 14 of this save where I'm managing RC Genk over in Belgium. And not too much waffling today because, we're in the middle of a transfer window and, there has transfer business been done. Okay, quite a list of outgoings to go through. Vic Chambray, the backup goalkeeper, or one of our backup goalkeepers. I was overloaded with goalkeepers, so 1.5 million for him. David Ozo went to Leeds, 10.75 million. That was a bit of a loss, really, because I think Ozo was a very good player for us, but he wasn't getting a lot of game time, so fully understand it. The Barbarian, 5 million for him. He was 36, coming up 36, so I thought best to get rid, and I bought two brand new goalkeepers. Zakiri, the kind of backup striker, but didn't really get an awful lot of game time, 6.5 million for him. Endor and Ozo were both knocking on my door, wanting more game time. They requested transfers. He went 2.5 million, which, to be honest, wasn't enough for him. He's a very, very good player. Montero and De Jong, they're both, in fact, Kalala as well, young players. They've gone out on loan. And at this moment in time, just the one incoming. We'll talk about the formation in a second. I have changed the formation. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing, really. Results are great. I shouldn't really be complaining. Results have been fantastic. But I don't think I've ever seen it before in Football Manager. But we are losing games up to like the 94th, 95th minute and then getting a winner. So I kind of feel like we need to go a little bit more attacking to try and put pressure on the opposition. So with that in mind, we've got a wonder kid comes in, Marcus Paulo, Brazilian 19-year-old. He is an advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder, whatever you want to call him. But it does fit into what I want to try and play going forward. But looks a very, very good player. We have actually got... I'm in the wrong area, aren't I? Need to go to negotiations. I have actually got a bid in as well for David Padalino, an Italian 20-year-old. And he's 6'3" and can play centre-back, defensive mid or centre mid. So obviously he's going to be like a ball-winning midfield player. Or he can play anchor. Whether we'll get him or not, I don't know. Eintracht Frankfurt are after him as well. If we just have a look there. Yeah, well, at the moment, we're the only club that's bid for him, but Eintracht Frankfurt are after him. So quite a few games played since you were last with me. I'm not going to read all of those scores out. The important thing is, like I say, as you can see there, we are winning games. But the Standard Liège game, for instance... they were winning 1-0 and we had to come back from a 1-0 deficit. Nice, I played it. I mean, we have got one game left to play in the Europa League now. I did play that Nice game off camera, but we were 1-0 down in that one and had to come back to win it 2-1. And the winning goal is coming in like time added on. The Croaky Cup quarter-final. I know I'm complaining here, but I don't know. I mean, if we win the Croaky Cup, win the league and win the Europa League playing like this, would I be happy? I suppose I have to say yes, but it's not pretty to watch because it's squeaky bum time in a lot of these games. The Standard Liège Croaky Cup quarter-final went into extra time. It was 0-0 at full time, and I can only make one extra sub, and we managed to drag ourselves over the line, kicking and screaming, 2-0 in that one. So again, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get us a better foothold in the game early on so we can build on that. Instead of going 1-0 down, 2-0 down, whatever. I mean, Anderlecht, we were down in the Anderlecht game. They were winning 2-1 in that one. And then again, we scored a very late goal. So let's just have a quick look at the league and then we'll have a look at the formation. So we are top of the table. I know you would think I was bottom the way I'm going on, but I'm just I want us to play. I want us to win, but win beautifully. I don't want us to win by scraping games in the last, because that kind of thing generally leads to eventually losses, because you won't have the energy in the 94th, 95th minute to get that goal. I'd rather not be down in games. I'd rather be getting on the front foot. Okay, we've got a game in hand on Anderlecht, but Bruges have got a game in hand on us, and we will be playing them today. 54 points, we are top of the league at the moment. And as we've seen before, well, it's not the only way of getting into the Champions League, but it's a surefire way is to win the league. As we saw, getting that second place is an absolute nightmare. All of them playoff games, it's just a banana skin, and it's an accident waiting to happen. So I've decided to do away with the three at the back. We are just going to play with Voloda and Nelson there, and it gives us an extra man in midfield. So we've got a DLP in there, we've got a Mazzala. What I have been doing is I have been playing with two attacking mids and a forward. So we've got that option now because we've got the new lad coming, this Marcus Paolo. Goodwin. Another problem I've got as well is, and it is it's a big problem, is Bent is firing blanks all the time. He's definitely nowhere near a fouler, nowhere near it. And I am a bit worried about him. Okay, he's only 19, but he's got a concentration of 8. He's not very brave. He's not good on leadership. His positioning, he's awful. Whether that will get better, I don't know. But with these little arrows pointing downwards, they're not going to be, are they? You know, they're not going to be. So I'm very, very worried about Ben, and I'm like that, whether to put him on the transfer list and move him on. The problem is who do we play up front? Hartman is back now. He's bagged a few goals for himself, so he's back from injury. Goodwin can play up front. Very, very good player, Goodwin. As you can see there, 21-year-old, attacking midfielder. He can score goals. He can create goals. So I'm kind of wondering whether a rotational attacking midfield of Goodwin, Glogovic and or Paolo behind one striker might be the thing to do. I'm not too sure yet. Okay, so you're all up to date now. We have 2 games today. We have the last game in the Europa League stage, which is against Atalanta. So that'll be quite a tough game. We're second in that league at the moment. We have no chance now of dropping out of that top 8. So whatever we do against Atalanta, we don't have to play that playoff game. So we go straight into the knockout stages. And we have Club Bruges, who are have a game in hand on us, and if they win that game, then they will jump above us, I think, in the league. So anyway, enough waffling. You're all filled in. Let's get stuck in. And it's a Club Bruges away from home. Not ideal, really, but it is what it is. And then we have that last Europa League game against Atalanta, but that is a home game. So we'll see you in the dugout. Okay, so the squad is a little bit light on bodies now. As you saw, I have shipped quite a few players out. But this is a problem. If you have a big squad and you've got very, very good backup players, this very soon get disgruntled. So they've had to move on, and there's not a lot I can do about that. We have got tiredness in the camp as well. Orford very tired. Voloda very, very tired. Miramon very tired. So we have had to make changes today on top of changes. So Aduro's going to be in goal. We've got Faye and Nelson at the back, which is not ideal. I would like to have had Voloda in there, but, you know, it's a very, very big game, this one, and we need the 3 points. De Schmet is on the left. Fogarty, after all he's moaning and groaning about he's, you know, not getting the game time. Yep, he's out either red-carded or injured or something. Carmody's on the right-hand side. Hinshelwood comes in today to play in the ball-winning midfielder role. Miley and Braybrook in the centre. We are going to play 2 attacking mids today who've got the instruction to just bomb forward and just cause havoc in the penalty area. So that's Glogovac and Goodwin. We have got Marcus Paolo on the bench as well to bring on. Hartman is going to play on his own up front. Well, we just need to do a number on Club Bruges, and hopefully that'll put us, you know, more points ahead at the top of the league. It's not rocket science. Okay, taking the game to Club Bruges in the first 15 minutes. We've had much the better of the game. We do get the first highlight as well, Hartman to Miley. And that is going to be in the back of the net. And De Smet there, who, if you remember, the board want to get rid of De Smet because he's surplus to requirements. He's not good enough. I still like De Smet. I think he's only 30 years old. He goes against my principles a little bit because I don't like having players over the age of 28, 29 in the team. But De Smet is a very, very good player and deserves his place in the team. Okay, a deep throw-in now from Club Brugge. All they can do is head it into midfield, but Braybrook does lose the ball. Coming down this side, Goodwin wins the ball back very nicely there, but this is gone very scrappy. Glogovac mops up. Can we keep hold of the ball now, lads? Goodwin to Glogovac. Sliding the ball through for Goodwin, sliding the ball through for Hartman. It's in the back of the net, and this is a very, very nice and on the front foot performance. Tactical genius here, geniusery here, I don't know. But we're 2-0 up within 20 minutes, and already you can see we are much better on the ball. We've got movement up front. And Hartman there just slips into a bit of space. He's 2-0. And once again, and Goodwin off camera, he scored 2 direct free kicks in one game. And he was absolutely brilliant. What a free kick taker he is. Hartman, Goodwin, back to Hartman. That's in the back of the net as well. And Hartman has come back off injury and scoring goals for fun. He's showing Bent the way to do it. The more this goes on, the more I think, if I could, because he's worth 18.5 million, if I could, I think I would sell Bent, because he's not up to it. I just don't think he's up to it. 6 shots, 5 on target. We're winning 3-0, and it's only half an hour of this game gone. So bear in mind, Club Brugge were top of the league at one point this season, and they're having a terrific season by their standards. Although they have scored a goal there, so it's back to 3-1. Not ideal, if I'm honest. Because as soon as I start speaking positively about my team, that kind of thing happens. Okay, I have just slipped into our defensive tactic, just in case the game thinks, you know what, we can get another goal for Bruges here just before half-time. That seems to have got us into half-time nicely there. We are looking very, very, very tired though. I'm going to give them a delighted. I think these lads, they need to have all the confidence in the world. And a big pat on the back from me should do that. But yeah, we are looking a very, very tired outfit. I think Paolo is going to come on. And I think he's just going to play as an individual there. The problem I've got is I've got 2 strikers on the bench who, I mean, do I bring Federa on? I'm not quite sure. Silva on for Miley. We have got a lot of tiredness in the camp, and this is really, really going to hamper me, I think. I think Silva is going to have to come on for Miley, and I think maybe Federa on for Glogovac. We will have to go 2 up top though. I don't think Federa can play. Can he play? No, he can't. So we are going to have to do that. Okay, let's... do we bring Tran on as well? I think we bring Tran on as well. I am going to play the second half in the low block, I think, because we can't, with the energy levels that we've not got, basically, we're going to have to try and hold on to this. Okay, it's Club Brugge now getting their chance in the game to put some pressure on. And the tiredness is beginning to tell now in the camp. And as you can see there, I mean, there was nothing I could do today. Even if I'd have wanted to take one of those strikers off the bench, I couldn't replace them. I just didn't have the bodies to do it. Okay, I've just been prompted to make a change there. Nelson very, very tired, so Voloda comes on for him. We just need to hang on now for 15 minutes if we can do that. Okay, 10 minutes of this game left, and predictably we are getting some Club Brugge highlights now. Header there, and Aduro picks that ball out of the air quite nicely. A very high press on there. And that is full time, and that is a very, very good win. That must not be underestimated. There's a few pointers there. One, their position in the league, because they have been looking like winning the league at stages this season. So a 3-1 win at their place, absolutely brilliant. But we have a very, very, very tired squad. And the sooner this Europa League gets, well, not wrapped up, but the sooner we get away from these, because we will get a break between the end of the league stage and the start of the knockout stage, because we don't have to play that playoff game, and that's two-legged, so we can actually hopefully get some players back fit. And of course, we are delighted with that, over delighted with that. I mean, like I say, it cannot be underestimated, that win. So where does that leave us now then? So that win, very, very important. 57 points, top of the league now. We are 6 points ahead of Anderlecht. And even if Club Brugge win their game in hand, they'll be on the same points as Anderlecht. So we have a little bit of a cushion there. And just before we play Atalanta, a quick look at the league there. 7 games played, just a 1 game left. As you can see there, we've got a big Q next to our name. So we have qualified for the knockout stage. It doesn't really matter what we do against Atalanta. And I'm very tempted to put out a weakened team. Let's just have a look at the schedule. See, we play Ostend 4 days after Atalanta. And of course, we're in the Croaky Cup as well. I mean, I didn't really mention that before, but we are in the semi-final, and that is two-legged as well. There's way too many games to play, really. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Selection problems in this next game are going to be tricky, I think. Okay, it's a home game against Atalanta, and, well, I mean, we don't really need to win that one, but for momentum, we do. So I've got a few selection headaches here. I'll see you in the dugout. Well, a heavily rotated team today. We have a very, very important league game coming up in 4 days' time against Ostend, and we need to keep that pressure on in the league. I have been focusing on Europa League this season because I want to get my reputation up, I want to get the club's reputation up, and I want to get us used to playing these like games every 3 or 4 days, getting used to European football. So I have been putting a lot into it, because obviously the Champions League next season is a must. So heavily rotate today. Aduro in goal, Faye in silver at the back, Fogarty. I am getting weird messages, and I don't know whether it's a glitch in the game. I've just had one from Glogovac saying that he's off because I'm not playing him. And clearly I am playing him. All of the times I've been on camera, he's played. So I don't know whether it's a glitch. I've had the same thing with Fogarty. Fogarty usually is my starting left wing back, and I've had the same message about him. So now, through no fault of my own, curveballs and levels of difficulty, I've now got 2 unhappy players who basically want to leave the club, and they are playing. So what they're complaining about is nonsense. Fogarty and Tran playing the wing backs. Hinchelwood is going to be the ball winning midfield player again. Braybrook and Orford as the 2 central midfield players, and the 3 up front all rotated. So Federa, Bent are the 2 strikers, and the new lad Marcus Paulo comes in for his is it his debut, or did he come in the last game? I think he came on in the last game. But let's see what Bent can do today. Okay, it's been a long, hard road in this Europa League, and obviously we would have liked to have been in the Champions League, but I think we've got, apart from 1 draw, I think we've got maximum points. But anyway, is Atalanta on the ball? Can we win that ball in midfield? No, we can't. So yeah, Atalanta have got, they've got ambitions of their own. I think a win here would give them that qualifying position that we've got as well. So, and they have gone 1-0 up. I mean, I have to say it is a very rotated team, this. And, you know, when we play Ostend in 4 days' time, barring injuries, we will have a full-strength side out. I don't really know what I'm watching that for again. I mean, I think we probably need to go on the attack here, don't we? So it's as you were. We've gone 1-0 down in a game again after the brilliant performance against Club Brugge. And has that hit the frame of the goal? I think it has. And we do get away with one there. We could have gone 2-0 down there. We are going to give them a disappointed. Let's have a look for any tiredness. I mean, even what I would class as my second team are looking very, very tired. I mean, do we bring... I think we're going to have to carry on as we are. A loss in this game is not ideal, but it's not disastrous. Marcus Paulo now running with the ball down this side. And we're just looking way, way out of sorts today. Paulo, can he get his first goal for the club? You know when your luck's not in, don't you? Orford picks the ball up to Tran on this side. Tran looking a little bit lacklustre, doesn't really fancy beating his man there. Orford, ball into the box. Federa, no, I thought he was going to get his head on that. And of course that sets up a counter-attack for Atalanta. Can see a second Atalanta goal coming here actually. I mean, there's not a lot I can do. We have been in this position a lot 1-0 down. And I've managed to bring people on, change things a little bit. And we have got that equalising goal, winning goal. I'm not sure. I really want to do that today, to be honest. I want to keep my players fresh. And Marcus Paulo there, having no luck whatsoever today. No luck. Okay, I'm going to try and salvage this game now. 15 minutes of the game left. So Hartman, Glogovac, Goodwin, Miley and Miramon shouldn't get too tired. If we can just nick a 1-1 out of this, that would be brilliant. We are the home team when all's said and done. It's a bit of a shame if we do lose, but it's a real balancing act at the moment, a real balancing act. 6 minutes of time added on, no highlights whatsoever, so the changes have made absolutely no difference whatsoever. And unfortunately, that's the first loss in the Europa League this season. The last game, it didn't really matter too much because we are through to the knockout stages now. They are going to get an angry though because that is not good enough. I mean, some of these players are knocking on my door saying, I'm not getting enough game time, boss. And this was the problem with Endor and Ozo and the like. They were knocking on my door, but then you play them and we get beat and you don't do well. So what are you meant to do? Keep playing them and keep getting beat? Sorry, it doesn't work like that. Because the downside for the manager now is, i.e. the Gobby Gaffer, I've got massive problems now because I'm working with a much smaller squad. And as we can see there in those 2 games, it's not great. But anyway, 8 games played, 19 points. Fiorentina head the group, won every one of their games, by the way. Wolfsburg second, Valencia third. Did Newcastle just scraped in. So I would say probably now Newcastle will win the competition. I would think, but you never know. You never know. Atalanta, of course, there we've got beaten by them, so you can see who we're probably going to draw in the final stages. And the last little bit of news there, just before we finish this episode, David Padalino, the 20-year-old, I think he's an Italian, 2.5 star, with loads of potential to improve. We do need another ball-winning midfield player. It's essential. We really have only got Merriman. Since the board sold Mitchett from under my nose, we've been struggling a little bit in that position. So this is a very, very good acquisition for us. However, the finances now have taken a massive hit. And, I mean, it's a bit bonkers because I have actually brought some decent money in with the player sales. But I brought 2 players in and with 20 million in the red in the bank now. Transfer budget 0. Wage budget, well, we're just about there, aren't we? Well, looking at those finances, we definitely need to get into the Champions League because the Champions League money is very, very good. As we've seen, we don't really get a lot of money out of the league in Belgium. It's very, very poor money. I think we got about 4.5 million last season for finished second. So doesn't really do us an awful lot of good. Champions League money, however, even just for participating, you get quite a few million for that. So it's well worth being in the Champions League. And that's where we need to be. So I'm kind of wondering now whether my focus shifts into, okay, we're in the Europa League. Let's give it a go. See how well we can do. But we really need that first position in the Belgian First Division. It's a must for next season. We have to finish top and get in the Champions League. It's the only way the finances are going to get sorted out. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. One loss, one win, two new players in who are quite young and look very, very exciting. And the future is looking fairly bright at the moment, but we do need to get them finances sorted out. We'll see you very shortly.